Alright, take 2. This is a Husqvarna. Cannot say this. I know. If you guys could teach me how to say this, I'd be amazed. We're just going to call it a Viking, okay? And it's a quilter's design sensor system. And I can barely get this thing to censor me. And part of the screen will work, part of it doesn't. Some of the buttons don't work with this. I just got the material on there correctly now because this is what I'm working with and I'm trying to do this. But I can't get it off at 2.5 and I don't want it on 2.5. I want to make it 3 or more. So I don't know what. I guess that would do it. I don't know. I don't understand. I think something's wrong with the computer on this machine. So we're just going to go over this really quick and I'll go over this again with you in a minute. So let's go and try to get it to work. So this one does not have a presser foot pressure thingy, so it's going to do whatever it's going to do on its own. Oh no. No, it's working. What's it going on here? Oh Lord, I just don't understand this machine well enough. Okay, I clean the sensors, and when I clean the sensors, I mean, they're dirty, very dirty sensors, and I'm not sure how this was running before. All right, see, now it's stitching. I didn't cut my tails off. All right, and then I can't pick it up unless I do this. That's the only way I can pick it up. Now let's see if we're doing it correctly. All right, it's sewing correctly. It just doesn't. The thing is not working that well. So I'm not used to having a machine that I have to keep pushing a button to bring the foot thingy up to get it. And I can't push it back down unless I put my foot on the thing here. But the machine's running really, really well. But it's like the screen and the buttons are not working. I'm not sure what's going on with it. All right. Let's see if I turn it off again. I know this is going to be a pain. Oh, anyway, and I'm going to take this out. Maybe it's dirty. I don't know. Okay, now stick this back in. Make sure it's in. That could be the problem. Okay, now let's turn it back on. Oh, that's scary, huh? It's still staying there. Okay, and no. Oh, I see. That it changes the needle. No. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? I don't know. What this book is telling me is not the same thing what this thing is doing. So I think something's wrong with the computer itself. I didn't touch the computer. All I did is clean it. And I've cleaned tons of these sewing machines and never had any issues like this. There was thread caught in here, thread down in there. I didn't go too far. I just went and fixed a few things on it. I cleaned a lot of it down here. What did I do with it? Here it is. So the thread I found was right here. All this thread right there, it was all in there. And this is the dust and stuff that I found. I call them giant dust bunnies. And there's somewhere you'll see a shiny thing, and that's a needle point. Okay? Now, I at least got it to now read it's medium woven, and that's what I'm working with. This is a medium woven instead of a stretch. And for some reason, this machine does not want to, it doesn't like me. We'll say it that way. Maybe it doesn't like my electricity. I don't know. But, okay. To thread it, you thread it from here. This spool is really messy. It has a cut here and a cut here. So I don't know how to thread this. It probably just needs to be put on here because this one gets caught on so much. It's supposed to be thread from the back on the older spools. You come this way and around, this way, up here, uptake. This foot is always up. There's no presser foot thing that you put down. It does it automatically. Then you go down here and you hit the hook and then you hook it up there. It does have a threader. Don't care for much for the threader. When you want to do a bobbin, you want to thread it up here, then across down this way, just like if you're threading the machine, and then in the needle, and then bring it back up here, crisscross this, come back up this way, go up around this, put your bobbin, and then hook this down, and it's supposed to read bobbin engage, and then you hit the pedal, and it will fill it, and then click back. So then when you're done, you want to make sure you put this thread back down here, not up in here. I'm not sure exactly why that's there, but that's why it says to do it. So, and it's a top feed, so it feeds from the top. And that bobbin looks strange, but that's, I don't know. I don't think that's the way the bobbin's supposed to be. Let me look at this. Whoops, did I lose that thing? Oh, I caught it. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the way the bobbin's supposed to be. It's supposed to, when you do this, you're supposed to come, I don't know. Heck, I don't even have my, oh, I do have it. Oh, okay. When you want to thread that, you want to go through there. See this little dot here? You go this way. And then you slide it this way. Then you come bring it up this way, back this way, and you use this cutter to cut it off. And then you can put this thing back on. Let's see if I can figure out how to get it back on. Yeah, it goes this way. Then it goes back there on that, like that, okay? It's pretty much easy. I don't think it's that hard. I keep wanting to go back here and put this down, but I can't. It does have a thing you can slide it out. It has 2 compartments. She doesn't have anything in them. But there's something going on with this window. It's like not registering this panel at all. I'm not sure why it's doing that, and I think that's more of an issue for a tech. I'm not a tech, I'm just a mechanic. I can clean certain machines, and I've cleaned all these different types of Vikings. I even have some Vikings here that people didn't want no more because they said that they're going to go into one of these kind of machines. And I said, okay, sure. So do you think you can clean those? Well, I read about them. And they're, you know, I did fix this door, and there's a light thing here missing. I'm not sure where that went. She has an extra light thing here. She can plug it in, but I don't really need that. That's enough light. This thing has twice as much light than normal. But for me, it's working. I'm just not used to the pedal coming down. And it does back up, and it does stitch. It sounds great. Now, you don't want these threads here because they're going to get sucked down in there. You always want to trim those. Oh, there's my scissors. Thought I lost my scissors. But I wouldn't want to buy one. I don't think I'd like this computerized one. I still like my Brother. I like the Brother one the best. You know, Genomi's really good for a computerized sewing machine. Well, let's see what else. There's another one I like. I get them here once in a while. But if I had to buy one of these, I would never buy one. I would never buy one of these sewing machines. I don't know why, but I don't like them. I don't understand the concept. In reading, I read this book so many times trying to understand it. And still, I mean, at least I got the woven thing figured out. I just haven't been able to set this exactly the way I want to do it. So, maybe I'm just not good at it. And the lady that owns it might be really much better at it than I am. I mean, one thing I do like about this machine is I like the tape measure. I mean, when the sewing machines have the tape measure on, it's great. But the screen is having an issue. I thought maybe it was like a lot of like the ones that I do usually work on. There's battery backup, but this thing doesn't have battery backup. I don't even know why the screen is doing that. I really don't know. You know, if you're a tech and you're out there, can you give me some advice? But I don't know too much about it. I mean, it had like 2 sensors down here. One sensor I could see that's up in here, and it was just so corroded with dust. And you know, normally I have these little smaller tweezers and these that help me go in there and clean it out. It really takes 2 seconds. I don't touch anything with the computer. I don't touch anything in this computer pad. I don't tear any of this stuff down. Everybody asks me, can you put I can't really do that. I advise you to take it somewhere where they can do that for you. I know a little bit more about this area, but I couldn't set this for the life of me because it has to do with the computer. You have to hook this up to a bigger computer that can tell you what's going on with it. And technically, it's running. It's not having any issues there. So I'm happy that it's running. So hopefully when this lady, her daughter comes and picks it up for her mother, that there must be places around here that can work on these machines. But there is something going on with this, because when you hit certain buttons, it should show you what that picture shows you, and this one's not doing it. So I think there's some kind of issue with the computer. Now, I did turn it on before I even cleaned it to see what it was doing. And yeah, the screen was still doing that. And when I punched a few buttons, it did not register what I was punching in. So, and I thought, okay, well, we know that's not going to be me. And I just sat there and I figured, let's look into it and see what's going on. And it was just jam-packed full of dust bunnies and all kinds of stuff in here and threads stuck up in here. But other than that, I don't see anything else wrong with it. I did fix the door, so now this door closes. But hopefully this woman will get something out of this, and hopefully she'll understand. This one is a little bit on the complicated side for me, and I have a hard time pronouncing that word. I don't know why I can't pronounce that. I can say genome. There's a lot of things I can say, but that one I cannot say. I never could say that one. I go crazy. But anyway, hope you guys get something out of this. I mean, at least I understand how to thread it. I read the book as much as I could to understand it, and I'm still having issues. So anyway, have a blessed day, and I'm going to go back to scrubbing and cleaning it. It's very dirty. It's got dirty marks all over the place. I'm going to see if I can get it scrubbed down. But if you have a sewing machine like this, I'd love to hear from you, because I really don't know too much about this one. And if you know more about it than I do, I'd love to hear from you. And if you do have these kind of issues, maybe you know something that I can tell that other lady how to fix that. Maybe there's a way to fix it on, maybe reset it somehow. I know Brother, if it starts to jam and it won't sew, if you hit the backup button, like up to 10 times, it resets the machine, and then the machine runs perfectly. Now, I don't know too much about this one, and I don't know how to back it up. Personally, I can't figure out how to back it up. I think this is the reverse button, but every time I push it, it goes beep beep. So whatever that means, I don't know. And it does have a nice handle, and it comes with a nice case and all that. But have a blessed day, and let me know if you have one, or if you inherited one, or if you know how to run one. Just like to hear from you. Okay? Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.